What exactly happened at the concert in Goyang that suddenly made the entire Korean internet explode? Flush face. ARMY around the world are asking the same question because one unexpected moment from Park Jimin has turned him into the hottest topic across Korea's biggest online forums. Posts on TheQoo started flooding in within minutes, with thousands of fans saying the same thing. They couldn't believe what they just saw during the BTS concert. But what did Jimin actually do? Why did a moment that lasted only a few seconds make fans emotional all over the world? Before we dive into this shocking story, make sure to support our channel Jikook Lover by hitting like, comment, and subscribe, because here we uncover the most emotional, mysterious, and viral BTS moments happening across the globe. Now the real question is, how did one unexpected action from Jimin turn an entire concert night into one of the most talked about moments online? Purple Heart. The night in Goyang felt electric long before the concert even began. Thousands of ARMY filled the massive stadium, their purple lightsticks glowing like a galaxy beneath the dark sky. Fans had traveled from different cities, different countries, and even different continents just to witness another unforgettable performance from BTS. For many of them, this concert was more than just music. It was a reunion, a celebration, a moment where the bond between the group and their fans felt stronger than ever. Yet no one in that stadium could have predicted that a tiny, almost unnoticed moment would soon become one of the most talked about topics across the Korean internet. As the show began, the atmosphere inside the stadium instantly transformed. The moment the members of BTS stepped onto the stage, the crowd erupted into deafening cheers. Every movement, every smile, every word spoken by the members was met with waves of excitement. But when Park Jimin appeared under the stage lights, something felt different. Fans have always described Jimin as a performer who doesn't simply dance or sing. He tells stories through every movement. His stage presence has often been described as magnetic, graceful, and emotionally powerful. Yet that night, many fans noticed something else. His expression seemed softer, his eyes seemed more reflective, and the way he looked at the audience felt unusually warm, almost as if he was trying to capture every single moment. The concert continued with explosive performances, stunning choreography, and powerful vocals. The crowd sang along to every song, creating an ocean of voices that echoed throughout the stadium. But everything shifted when the opening notes of one song began to play. The unmistakable melody of Spring Day filled the air. For ARMY, Spring Day is not just another BTS song. It's widely known as one of the group's most emotional and meaningful tracks, often associated with memories, longing, and hope for reunion. As the intro echoed across the stadium, the audience instantly grew quieter. Purple lights swayed gently as fans prepared for one of the most touching performances of the night. Then something unexpected happened. During the instrumental section of the song, Jimin slowly moved toward the side of the stage. At first, fans assumed he was simply walking closer to greet people sitting in that section. But then he suddenly stopped. He looked downward, and in a moment that lasted only seconds, Jimin bowed deeply. Not to the crowd, not to the cameras, but to someone standing below the stage. Fans near the front rows quickly realized what had just happened. The person Jimin had bowed to was not another celebrity, nor a staff member holding a microphone. It was a veteran photographer who had been documenting BTS concerts for years. The gesture was simple, silent, and incredibly brief, but the emotional impact was enormous. Within minutes, fan-recorded videos of the moment began spreading across social media. Clips from different angles quickly appeared on platforms across Korea and internationally. Yet the biggest reaction came from the Korean online community TheQoo. A single post about the moment suddenly exploded with activity. Thousands of comments began pouring in as netizens reacted to what they had just witnessed. Many said they were deeply touched. Others said the gesture revealed something special about Jimin's personality. One user wrote that in an industry where celebrities are constantly surrounded by cameras and attention, it's rare to see an artist pause during a massive concert just to acknowledge someone working behind the scenes. Another comment said that the moment felt incredibly sincere because Jimin did not make a big show out of it. He didn't announce it. He didn't speak about it. He simply bowed quietly before returning to the performance. And perhaps that quiet sincerity was exactly why the moment resonated with so many people. As the discussion continued to grow, more fan videos surfaced showing the scene from different perspectives. In one clip, Jimin could be seen giving a small, warm smile toward the photographer immediately after bowing. That smile alone became another topic of discussion online. Many fans described it as gentle and grateful, as if Jimin was silently thanking the photographer for years of support and dedication. Meanwhile, the emotional atmosphere during the performance of Spring Day became even more powerful. During the song, Jimin and Kim Taehyung were seen performing a small dance gesture that longtime fans instantly recognized. It wasn't part of the original choreography. Fans often refer to it as the dust dance, a small symbolic movement associated with Jimin during live performances of the song. For newer fans, the gesture might have seemed insignificant, but for longtime ARMY, it felt deeply nostalgic. It reminded them of earlier concerts, earlier stages, and earlier moments when BTS were still building their dream. Many fans watching the performance later said that seeing Jimin and Taehyung perform that gesture together made them unexpectedly emotional. Some described it as a reminder of how far the group has come. Others said it felt like a quiet tribute to the journey BTS and ARMY have shared for more than a decade. As the videos continued circulating online, the discussion on TheQoo became even more intense. Some fans began analyzing the moment frame by frame. Others started trying to identify the photographer Jimin had bowed to. Speculation quickly followed. Was the photographer someone who had followed BTS since their earliest days? Had he documented the group's journey from small venues to global stadium tours? Or was there a deeper story behind that simple gesture? Some fans suggested that Jimin might have recognized the photographer from years of concerts. Others believe the bow may have been a personal sign of respect for someone who had worked tirelessly behind the scenes. Yet no official explanation has been given. And perhaps that mystery is exactly what made the moment so powerful. Because in a world where so many performances are carefully planned and scripted, this moment felt completely spontaneous. A quiet act of gratitude, a fleeting interaction between an artist and someone whose work often goes unnoticed. But that fleeting moment was enough to shake the internet. As the night continued, more posts appeared online discussing Jimin's actions. Media outlets began covering the story. International fans shared the videos with captions praising Jimin's humility and kindness. Some said the moment perfectly captured why Jimin remains one of the most beloved idols in the world. Not just for his talent, not just for his performances, but for the small, human gestures that reveal his character. And yet, as the discussion continues to grow across fan communities and online forums, one question still lingers in the minds of many ARMY. Was that bow simply a spontaneous act of respect during an emotional performance? As the discussion continued spreading across fan communities, media outlets, and social platforms, the moment from that night in Goyang began to take on a life of its own. What started as a short clip recorded by a few fans inside the stadium quickly turned into a viral conversation reaching ARMY across different countries and languages. Within hours, translations of posts from TheQoo were circulating internationally, and fans everywhere were trying to understand why such a simple gesture from Park Jimin had created such a powerful emotional response. Many longtime fans pointed out that moments like this were not entirely surprising for those who had followed BTS since the early days. Over the years, the members have often spoken about the importance of respecting the people who work behind the scenes: camera operators, lighting engineers, stage managers, photographers, and countless staff members who help bring a concert to life. But seeing that philosophy expressed in such a spontaneous and visible way during a live performance still felt incredibly meaningful. For those who were physically present at the concert, the atmosphere after the moment reportedly shifted in a subtle but noticeable way. Fans later described that something in the stadium seemed to change emotionally. Even though the performance continued, many people said they felt a deeper connection to what was happening on stage. The music, the choreography, the lights, and the voices of thousands of fans singing together suddenly felt more intimate. One fan who attended the concert later wrote online that the moment felt almost surreal. They explained that when Jimin bowed toward the photographer, the action was so unexpected that people nearby actually gasped. It happened so quickly that some fans initially wondered if they had imagined it. But when others around them began whispering and pointing toward the side of the stage, everyone realized they had witnessed something special. Another attendee shared that the gesture felt symbolic, especially during the performance of Spring Day, a track already associated with memories, gratitude, and emotional reflection. The timing seemed almost poetic. While the lyrics of the song speak about longing and reunion, the moment on stage seemed to represent recognition and appreciation. Meanwhile, online discussions continued growing more intense. On TheQoo, thousands of comments kept appearing under the original post. Some users wrote long messages describing how touched they felt watching the clip. Others compared the moment to earlier stories about Jimin's kindness toward staff members, recalling interviews where industry professionals described him as polite and considerate. Several netizens also noted how unusual it is for a performer to notice someone like a photographer in the middle of a large stadium concert. With tens of thousands of fans, bright stage lights, and complex choreography, most artists remain focused entirely on the performance. The fact that Jimin noticed someone below the stage and chose to acknowledge them publicly was seen as a reflection of his awareness and humility. The conversation didn't stop there. As more videos surfaced, fans began carefully examining the footage, searching for additional details. Some tried to identify the photographer's equipment or clothing in hopes of discovering who the person might be. Others compared images from previous BTS concerts, wondering if the same photographer had been present at earlier shows. While no confirmed identity emerged, the mystery only fueled curiosity. International ARMY communities soon joined the conversation. Fan translators began sharing popular Korean comments with global audiences, allowing people from different countries to understand the emotional reactions appearing on Korean forums. Within a short time, hashtags related to Jimin and the Goyang concert began trending in multiple regions. Many fans expressed admiration for Jimin's character. They said the moment reminded them why he continues to hold such a special place in the hearts of millions. His talent as a dancer and vocalist has long been celebrated, but moments like this highlight something deeper, the quiet ways he interacts with the people around him. Some fans also discussed the emotional symbolism of the dust dance gesture performed during the same stage alongside Kim Taehyung. For longtime followers of BTS, these small improvised moments during concerts often become cherished memories. They represent the unique bond between the members, the music, and the fans who have supported them throughout their journey. Observers from outside the fandom also began commenting on the story. Entertainment bloggers and pop culture commentators noted that moments like this contribute to the powerful public image of BTS as artists who value authenticity and gratitude. In an industry sometimes criticized for being highly manufactured, spontaneous gestures can carry enormous emotional weight. The ripple effect continued spreading across social media platforms. Video compilations appeared highlighting the moment from different angles. Fans edited the clips together with soft background music, or captions expressing how moved they felt watching the interaction. Some edits even combined the bow with scenes from earlier BTS concerts, creating emotional montages celebrating the group's journey. As the viral attention grew, another layer of discussion began emerging among fans. Some wondered whether Jimin himself realized how much impact that brief moment would have once it appeared online. From the perspective of someone on stage, it may have felt like a natural and fleeting expression of gratitude. But through the lens of cameras and the speed of social media, the gesture transformed into something far larger. There was also a broader reflection happening among fans about the invisible workers who support large-scale entertainment productions. The story sparked conversations about how many people contribute behind the scenes to create concerts that millions enjoy. Photographers, in particular, play a significant role in capturing the images that fans later cherish, photos that preserve memories of performances long after the lights of the stadium fade. Some fans wrote that Jimin's action served as a reminder to appreciate those unseen contributors. It was a moment that encouraged people to think about the teamwork required to produce the spectacular shows BTS are known for around the world. Despite the overwhelming positivity surrounding the moment, the curiosity about its deeper meaning never fully disappeared. Online discussions repeatedly returned to the same lingering question: why did Jimin choose that specific moment to bow? Was it purely spontaneous? Did he recognize the photographer personally? Or was there a story known only to those who were present behind the stage that night? Without an official explanation, the mystery remained open to interpretation. And perhaps that uncertainty is exactly what keeps the conversation alive. For many fans, the beauty of the moment lies precisely in its simplicity. It doesn't need a complicated explanation to feel meaningful. Sometimes a brief act of respect can speak louder than words, especially when it happens naturally in the middle of a powerful performance. Yet the viral spread of the clip suggests that people around the world are still searching for answers. Every new repost, every translation, and every fan discussion adds another layer to the story. Even now, days after the concert, fans continue revisiting the footage from that night in Goyang, replaying those few seconds again and again. And as the clip continues circulating online, one question keeps returning in fan communities everywhere. Did that quiet bow simply represent a moment of gratitude from Park Jimin to someone working behind the scenes? Or did it reveal a hidden story from the past that fans have yet to discover? Purple Heart flushed face.